Good morning and welcome to our Swinburne Capstone Design Showcase 2021. My name is John He and I'll be moderating today's session. We really very excited for you to come to this particular session, especially our students' work. I am a lecturer in Swinburne Multimedia Design, and I actually teach the final year students, which is engaging with industry as well as the public as well as Capstone. So a bit history about Swinburne design and multimedia design. We have a lot of great achievement in terms of doing multimedia design, game design, as well as all the new tech and advanced tech such as augmented reality, as well as virtual reality. We have all these fantastic projects that is ongoing, as well as the past project you can see from the awards that we actually got from 2014 to 2019. And those are the achievements that we have in terms of winning awards from national-wide, as well as Southeast Asia region, as well as Asia region. So we are really pleased and excited to actually see all of you to actually come to our session. And we really hope that this session will actually bring an insight to design and multimedia design and so on. First of all, we love to welcome all of our Swinburne alumni, Swinburne staff, as well as Swinburne students. These are the list of participants as well as the guests today. We also like to welcome all the Tegas team who has been helping us, as well as supporting Swinburne and Swinburne students and our alumni. We are privileged to have PlayStation Studio Malaysia with us, and also Google, Magic, I think MDEC is with us, TravelX, and all the big companies that is listed here, like Dell, Leo Bernard, Kaigan Games are with us, Level Up, Blackbird Interactive, and shout out to all the schools and the companies that are listed here. And also, I think a lot of universities are here. Curtin University, Unimas is here. I think University Kelantan all the way, hello. MMU, my old universities are here as well. UCSI, Polytechnics, and UMS from our neighbors, as well as UITM. And we have tons of great schools that is here as well, SMK Bandar Serike, and also there are other schools that is actually from our list, SMK Sungai Tapang, and all the shout out to the school. So our agenda for today is very simple. A big welcome to all. And then after that, our speech from our deputy head of school. And then we're going to start our first presentation very soon. And I'm just going to pass the time to our head of school right now, Mr. Augustus Raymond.
Hi, John.
Hi.
Hi, thank you, John. So hello, everyone. My name is Augustus Raymond. I'm the Deputy Head of School for Design and Arts at Swinburne University of Technology South Campus. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone here, to our industry partners, our higher education providers, alumni, Swinburne colleagues, and students. Welcome to our Motion Design Capstone Project final presentation. So Capstone project is a final year, final semester unit in our Bachelor of Design, Multimedia Design, and the Bachelor of Business Management and Digital Media. So building interactive content around XR technologies, this is our focus. So under the XR umbrella term, we are looking at augmented reality and also virtual reality. So today we are going to view 6 projects that our students have been working throughout the past 14 weeks. And they're building content around those technologies, focusing on games, interactivity, and storytelling. So I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the organizing committee, our staff members, and especially our Capstone students who are working tirelessly throughout the semester to coordinate this event and to make something for us to view today. So I would like to invite you to get in touch with us if you would like to collaborate with us for our future project in our next capstone project next semester. So I hope everyone today will enjoy the presentation. All right, back to you, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Augustus. A great speech. And I think everybody is excited. So we're going to start off with the first group. And if you look at the faces there, these are the team of students coming from, of course, our multimedia students as well as business management students. They team up together. And you can see the QR code there. That's the team's landing page. If you want to contact them in any way, just scan the QR code. And you can actually reach to their websites and contact them via their emails and so on. Of course, now I think the teams are ready. I'm going to pass to Rahaf, our first team, and it's all to you.
Thank you, John. So good morning, everyone. We are Team Seed, and we love bringing stories to life. We are here to present our final year project, Flow. Bruce Lee said, "Be water, my friend." But what he really meant when he said that was to learn to adapt, grow, and also try and change, despite what life throws at you. Now, due to our fascination with the philosophy, we created a game whereby through its gameplay, mechanics, and minor storytelling, we aim to bring in aspects of fun and unpredictability. Hence, Flow came to life. Flow is a 2D casual game, whereby you need to tilt your phone screen to control the flow of the water, to reveal an invisible path, and also try and avoid obstacles along the way. By using qualities of water, we bring in aspects of unpredictability, growth, change, as well as adaptability into our game. Our target market are mainly millennials and casual gamers, who look for games and casual games in general to just relax. And over the past year, casual games alone have seen a 40% rise in downloads. And they also have contributed to the gaming industry around $2 billion, with 79% of their users using them to just relax. Now, what better way to relax than to play with water? Our game focuses primarily on visual appeal and gameplay, whereby throughout the game, you try and reveal objects and bring them to life using water. Our game also combines two art styles, traditional as well as recent, to bring in something into a game platform that is hardly seen on one. Our market analysis shows that by combining invisibility and gyro, there is a giant window of opportunity. And our usability testing has shown that 100% of our users enjoyed watching animation after each sub-level or each level completed. 93% rated their experience from 4 to 5, and 97% said that they would play the game again. Now, throughout the game, you are met with different levels that have different themes with different sub-levels as well, that all reflect the beauty of water and also what it brings life to. In addition to that, you also collect cards throughout your journey that do not only signify the path that you just took or the obstacles you overcame, but try and remind you of the beauty of it all. Now let's see what Flow has to offer.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
Now, as you can see, at the start of each level, you are met with a blank canvas, and the water is moved around by tilting the full screen in 360 degrees. As you can see, Rihanna on the side here is trying to control the flow to reveal colors slowly and try and make sense of this invisible object or path, trying to navigate around to get through all the tiny little gaps that she might miss, to make sense of what this path or object could be and where she can reveal more and more colors to bring it more to life. At the start of each level also, The water usually drops from top to bottom as the gravity pulls it towards the bottom of the object itself or the path. And you just try and navigate your way through by tilting your phone or by avoiding obstacles in general. Now, at this point, your curiosity might get the best of you as to what could this be. So you can actually pinch to zoom out to see a full map of what this could be. And it seems like it could be a fish. So let's try to get back in. And now that we know that we need to move towards the bottom of the object, that's what Rihanna's going to do. Mid-game, you will get also reminders of some controls that you might need to use to help you in specific areas of the game. In this case, it's the tap and hold, which basically slows down the water as you tap and hold on the screen to help you navigate better and get better control of the flow of the water itself, specifically through all the tiny gaps that you can see here. Because right now, if you notice, Rihanna is trying to continuously use the tap and hold to control how the water gets in and have better flow in general to try and reveal more and more parts of the maze. And now we are having a hint. So after you complete a specific amount of the object, a hint is revealed. And you can press on the top right corner of the screen to reveal the full picture, which is actually a koi. So now that we know that almost the bottom right is what needs to be completed, so that's what Rihanna's going to be doing. So let's go back in. All right, so now we're trying to find all the tiny little pieces that need to be completed and revealed to fully bring this object to life. And we're done. That's great. So we've brought the koi to life and we can see it in its natural habitat of beautiful water. You can also collect cards that signify the path that you just took. Now the water continues to flow. Throughout the game, with different levels and sub-levels, the water will continue to flow to sort of highlight what Bruce Lee's philosophy is all about, which is the constant flow of water and being in constant state of flow in general. Now, as Rihanna navigates around this specific maze, you can see that squiggly lines are starting to form together into a whirlpool. Now, this whirlpool, once you are sucked into it, you lose one of your lives. And to be able to actually see the lives count that you have, you can pinch to zoom out and look at the top right corner of the screen, and you can see the life bar. You are originally given 4 lives, and if they are all taken out, you have to start the level again. So let's go back in and try to finish it off. So right now, we actually have a booster, and this booster does not only speed up the speed of the water that you have, but it also helps give you a nice reveal of the colors and finish off the maze faster. We also have more squiggly lines here, which are basically our secret doors. By tapping, you can pass through a secret door that can either act as a shortcut midway through your path or be sort of like the only way to get through the path or the blocked path in general. So as Rihanna tries and navigates, she can see more whirlpools forming. And we have here a sponge, which is basically a great blessing in disguise because it helps to reveal parts and colors that are within this invisible object that are much harder to reveal using just the water that you have. Now, as Rihanna navigates more around, she's trying to avoid the whirlpools and also trying to make sense of the path that she has to go through and the colors that she needs to reveal. You can see she's continuously zooming in and out to see where she needs to go and how to go there to finish it off. It also seems like it could be a picture planned. Up there on the right corner, you can see the progress bar, which shows you how much you need to progress, and also the controls button where you press on it, which is the question mark, to see all the controls throughout the game whenever you want to refer to them. Now let's go back in. So now that Rihanna has a rough idea of where she needs to go and how to go there, she is trying to navigate through by continuously tilting her phone in all directions and also avoiding all the whirlpools forming everywhere. Now, this shows a lot of adaptation and growth that she portrays as she's trying to avoid what she has experienced earlier. There's another secret door over here, but this time it shows you how there's a blocked path that needs to be opened, and it's the only way to get through it. And it shows a nice little leaf. Now let's proceed further and try and make sense of where else we could go. There's more sponges, and also this time Rihanna is using a secret door. And now we have a hint that has been revealed again. So we can zoom out to press on the silhouette, and we can see that it's the full picture plant, and we have the final upper leaf to finish off. So let's try and finish it off really quickly. So Rihanna is trying to continuously navigate around and find all the final little gaps that can fill up this whole object. And as we know it now, it's probably the pitcher plant. And we're done! And this is it. The pitcher plant has come to life, and you can collect your card. And after that, your water is always going to continue to flow. Now that is all that we have to show you for this presentation, but you can head on over to our website to actually download the game and see all the different levels that we have created for the different themes that we have, which for now are animals, plants, as well as routine. You can also go to the cards menu, which can show you all the cards that you have collected throughout, based on the themed levels as well. We can go into the plants cards and see the picture plant that we've just collected and press on it to also reveal it in 2.5D parallax, whereby you can tilt your phone around to move different parts of the card as well. And this is all that we have to show you for today. Thank you so much for joining our presentation. We are Team Seed, and this is my team. I am Rahaf. I'm responsible of the visual design in general and motion graphics, as well as sound. Jai is our lead programmer. Rihanna is our base animator, as well as visual effects. Emma is our Unity programmer. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Raf. Amazing presentation. It's so beautiful. Thank you very much for such a wonderful presentation. So for those of you who are really interested in looking into their work, you can actually scan the QR code again and actually go and download their tried APK version for Android device. At the moment, I think most of the students' work will be on Android devices, and they are on beta testing. So hopefully soon, if they are working on and continue on to refresh their work, they will be published to Google Play or as well as iOS devices soon. Now, I'm sure everybody is excited. Scan the QR code and go to their website and have a look. And we're gonna go to the next team, which is team number 2, Team Forest. And you can see 4 of them are actually getting ready. We have the presenter, Cassandra, as well as Jonathan here ready for us. And I'm gonna pass the time to Cassandra to do their presentation. To you, Cassandra.
Okay, thank you, John. Firstly, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Alpha Animalia, firstly, I would like to thank all the guests and fellow classmates for taking your time to listen on our group's project. So my name is Cassandra, and I am from Team Forest, and today I'll be presenting our project called Alpha Animalia. So to quickly introduce my team, we have Abraham, which had worked on character 3D modeling. Me, Cassandra, I worked on sketching up game visuals and UI UX for design for the game. Linze Hui is our main programmer, and following to Jonathan that worked on the environment design for our game. So what is Alpha Animalia about? Before I explain why and how we came up with the idea of Alpha Animalia, I'm pretty sure everyone here is aware of the endangered animals. It is not a very common topic to many. Here in Malaysia, it holds up to 152,000 species of animals. But sadly, many of our wildlife is being threatened to extinction. It is predicted that the global population would lose up to 30 to 50% of species by the mid of 21st century. Now, if you're wondering how could this impact us in any way, well, not only will we be losing them for good, however, it will also greatly impact the ecological balance, which can directly impact both human and animals' living conditions. So can you actually imagine a life without animals at all? It's all very, very saddening to hear. So with this realization, on the endangered. This is how we came up with the idea to develop an augmented reality board game that acts as a platform to educate, bring awareness in a challenging board game. So our game has 6 different levels that caters to 6 different endangered species, in hopes to give users a sense of what the endangered is going through based on real-life scenarios. Our mission statement is to bring awareness towards the threats on the endangered, in which we emphasize on our board design in a way that portrays the main threats on 6 different endangered animals corresponding to 6 different levels. So before we could successfully develop a unique game, we had done a competitive analysis whereby we are targeted to be placed above a rise, whereby our game would be simple and short, and how our game differs against our competitors is because of the challenges and side mission done within the game, which basically our competitors are not really stepping foot on. So following on our game placement, because we aim to be short and simple, our target market is age 12 above and casual gamers. So how the game works, basically players will be playing as an alpha animal in need to search and rescue their pack back to the safe zone with limited movements. However, not all tiles are steppable, so tiles with dangers on them cannot be stepped on. And within the map, players can collect bones as a collectible and fruits acting as a power-up for additional movements. So as there are limited movements, players are prompted to strategically think on their movements before it runs out to rescue and lead the endangered back to the safe zone. So based on a survey given during our usability testing, 88% of our users said they feel comfortable playing our game via augmented reality. 100% said they would replay our game, and based on visuals, most of the feedback gotten is moderate, which is 60%. Game navigation, however, users say that it was easy to navigate and follow. So now I'll pass it to Jonathan to show you a quick demo of our game.
Okay, thank you, Cassandra. My name is Jordan. I'll be demoing our game right now. So this is our game right now. So this is our main menu. You can play new and take a reward. Play and new button. In the reward button, you can see all the collectibles we can have now. It's starting from the spider, frog, lizard, sea slug, shark, and the snail. And in our main menu, there's currently 6 levels. Starting of the surly, the dugong, the civet, the peacock, the owl, and the bearcat. Okay, I'm going to start playing 2 levels, level 1 and level 2. So this is of the surly. And here you can see the cutscene for our game. I think I will skip the cutscene for now for time sake, and you can see the full cutscene in the game later. Okay, this is our game. Starting off with the play menu, you can see what Cassandra explained. Is tap the tile to move the player. Tile will flip to reveal a danger zone. Danger zone to be set on, and collect and play the animal. Help the animal, and every tile you step will manage a movement step, and just start our game. So you can see here, it's our map here, and you can see the map full of danger like the tractor and obstacle like the mountain. And our player is right here, and the NPC is over here, and the bone and the fruit you can see all of them. And our task is to move the player from here to the end of the tower right over there. And somewhere in the map here, there is a little collectible animal you can collect later on. Okay, this start by playing. And we collect our friend here. Every time you collect animal, it will give you a fun fact about the animal. And just move around the map. The bond here you can collect for collectible at the end of the game. We collect the bond also. And you can see my movement step, I have 1 left, so I need to gain more. So by collecting the fruit, you get more extra step. Extra 9 steps. Okay, I think I saw the animal there. They move like spider. Let's collect them before we end our level. I saw they give a bit of fun fact about spider. And let's move on to the end of the level. Nice, we won the level. Okay, moving on to the next level. Okay, as you can see, level 2 is quite bigger than level 1. So each map is bigger than the rest. So give more challenge to the player. So let's start our game. It's a fun type animal. Then let's move on to the end of the level. Look like I almost ran out of step. Let's on to the level. And what happens if you run out of step? A little cutscene will be played and you said you failed the level. So I will restart level and play again. Alright. Okay, start by collecting the fruit here. Then collect our little animal friend here. Then back to collect the fruit here. And let's move on to the end of the level. We collect the shot at the end here and we finish. Okay, this is our demo for game. I hope you can enjoy our little game we made here, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Cassandra, for a great presentation. And this is the first, I think, in some way, to deal with something about animal protection, and maybe some kids would love to try it out. Go to their page. This is their QR code. Scan using your mobile phone and actually go into their landing page, and you get to download this app and install into your Android device, and you can actually play with it. And hopefully you can actually enjoy the full scale of it, because whatever we're demoing, it's just a very short time for everyone. We hope you can actually experience the full game. Now we're going to move on to the next team, which is team number 3. We're going to quack on to Team Code Quackers. And then they have this amazing game they call Pikibix. I think Nathania is ready, and Marliana is ready as well. So we're going to pass it to Nathania. It's all yours, Nathania.
All right, thanks, John. What's quacking, everybody? A warm welcome to everyone in this live stream today. My name is Natanya, and together with Joey, Hunter, and Marliana, we are Team Code Quackers. Us 3 girls are pursuing business management and digital media, while Hunter is pursuing multimedia design. And although we're from different courses, we have managed to work together and develop the game. I'm Code Quackers' team leader, and also in charge of the 2D concept art, illustrations, and UI UX design for our game. Joey is in charge of 3D modeling, rigging, and animation. Hunter is our lead developer and programmer, while Marliana is in charge of marketing and PR, and also aids with 3D modeling. Before I resume, I would like to once again welcome everyone who has just tuned in to our live stream. Fellow viewers, I have a question for you. These 5 pictures here, what do they have in common? Feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below. But to address the obvious, yes, they are animals. But how are insects, birds, and mammals correlated? Well, I'll tell you that these animals are part of a solution to help manage an ongoing worldwide issue, food waste. Just last year, Malaysian households alone produced more than 16,000 tons of food waste daily, an amount that is sufficient to feed 2.2 million people. Those animals shown earlier do what they do best to help mitigate the issue by eating their way through the problem. With that said, our team was inspired by these creatures to base a game surrounding with the theme of how animals can help to combat food waste. That led to the ideation and formation of our casual story-based RPG mobile game called Pikibix. With this game, you, as players, will play as a duck named Bix, who so happens to be a picky eater. Bix only has eyes for its favorite treat, ducky O's, and refuses to eat anything else other than those. However, Bix's treats were stolen one day, and knowing Bix, it will do anything to get its beloved ducky O's back. Waddle along with Bix on a food-filled journey of discovery, acceptance, and awareness as a chase for the treat thieves ensue. Oh, did I also mention that you get to play in the perspective of other characters as well, such as the black soldier fly and lava. Immerse yourself in a 2D and 3D blended world, inclusive of a quirky storyline of how a duck got its favorite food stolen. With a total of 8 levels, each level in Pikibix has a different objective pertaining to the ongoing storyline, with common mechanics found throughout the game, which are avoiding obstacles, retrieving your treats, and clearing up food waste mess. All these gameplay are portrayed based on the issue of food waste and real animals that are part of the solution. Now, you may be wondering, how is a game going to solve an issue? Basically, our goal is to educate and increase consciousness through gamification. There are viable solutions that are being implemented as of now. It's just not getting the amount of attention it should be getting. Furthermore, 78% of our usability testers agreed that games are a good platform in helping to raise awareness. By gamifying a social issue, we are able to educate through entertainment. That being said, education should start young, and therefore we are targeting children aged between 6 to 12 and also casual mobile RPG gamers. What is Pikibix's market appeal and competitiveness? For starters, the market for food waste or general waste game, be it in a traditional or digital gameplay, is a niche market compared to food games in general. We have used that to our competitive advantage, where we differentiated ourselves amongst competitors throughout our unique gameplay visuals and immersive storyline. So without further ado, let's waddle into our gameplay demo, where we will be demonstrating the game, which will be demonstrated by Mao, and I will be elaborating what is being shown on screen. So Mao, if you would please introduce yourself to our viewers.
So hi everyone, I'm Marliana and I'll be playing the Pikibix demo right now.
All right, Mao, whenever you're ready, let's start.
Okay, we can start now.
Let's start now. All right, the game is loading. So in the first level, you'll be playing as Bix the duck, and your objective is to chase after the fly who has stolen your treats. So as you can see here, you can control using the joystick button on the bottom left screen of the corner. And you are supposed to avoid the branches that are falling, as well as the food waste that are being thrown at you. Why do you have to avoid the food waste as of now? Because Bix is a picky eater, and you'll find that out during the storyline. And you have to chase after the fly, which is marked by the marker. If you hit the branches, you lose a life. Try to collect as many treats as you can. And also, there are some spaces that are very narrow throughout the map. So you as players have to navigate your way through and find the optimal way to chase after the fly. Try to keep your distance as close to the fly as possible. You do want your treats back after all. Let's chase after the fly and collect as many treats as we can. So upon reaching the end of the level, you'll be met with a cutscene. For the cutscene, we will not be showing you in our gameplay demo. You can find it out yourself when you play our game. Moving on, remember I mentioned you can play as a fly. So here is our fly gameplay. So for the fly, the goal is to lay 5 eggs at 5 different spots, which will be indicated with the markers. And for this level, you can control the view using your camera controls on the right-hand bottom of the screen, and also control at the same time using the control button on the left. And it kind of involves hand-eye coordination for this. And throughout the game, after you have completed laying 1 egg, you have to go explore the city and find different spots to lay your eggs. And while you're exploring, you may encounter buildings such as this market here, where you can explore the environment within the building itself. And notice how it's in 2D. So we have managed to integrate 2D within a 3D space, and we've managed to make it come together so harmoniously. So let's just move on to our second spot to lay our eggs. And a short animation clip will play if you are successful. And also in this gameplay, players can do a 360-degree view and have a look around in the surroundings. Let's move on to the next level, where you'll be playing as a lava. So for this level, players, you have to beware. As you can see here, things are moving. And once things move, you might get crushed. So when things move, avoid them at all costs. And as you see here, trash is blocking your path. So players, you have to find your way and navigate through the food waste by eating through them in order to get to the top. I wonder what's making the bin shake though. To find that out, you have to view our cutscenes. So warnings will be implemented whenever the bin is about to shake. This is to give players time to prepare to go to a safe space to avoid all the food waste. But if you do not manage to avoid, you'll be losing a life. So now we'll be proceeding back to the gameplay where you'll be playing as the duck. So for this particular level, you'll be faced with rolling pigs, as well as random haystacks that will be blocking your path. So if you are not able to avoid those pigs, you get crushed and you get rolled upon. Let's see what happens here. You lose a life. And for this, sometimes patience is the best way to get through this level. You have to find the right timing that is essential for you to make your way through. And let's say if you're stuck in front of an obstacle such as this haystack, you can jump your way through. All right, let's make our way through the end of the level. As you can see, patience really is the best solution. All right, for this gameplay, it might be a little bit exciting because you'll be battling against two characters, which are the chicken and the pig. You'll be engaging in a food fight. So for this, you'll be collecting tomatoes that will be found all over the place. And you'll be throwing it at those animals. Let's try to aim it at the chicken. All right, you have succeeded. So now you have to go collect more tomatoes and aim it at the pig and the chicken again. But beware, you have to avoid the tomatoes that are being hurled at you. All right, let's go around the animals and try to make a surprise attack on them. All right, I think we're going to reach the chicken. All right, we have defeated the chicken. But will you be able to defeat the pig on your own? For you to find out. That's for you to find out. So, fellow viewers, if you're curious for more, head on over to our landing page and download Pikibix by scanning this QR code here. And on behalf of my team, my name is Natanya, and we are Team Code Crackers, and thank you so much for tuning in to our presentation today. Bye!
Thank you very much, Nathania. It's amazing to see from the management and digital media students to join up with multimedia students and come up with something that is so great and so cute and wonderful. I think the comments from Facebook go wow, and everybody's quacking about your game, you know. So just a little bit of facts for those of you who are watching right now. The team is actually working very, very hard. And just to let you know, they actually produced the entire project, all 6 of their games, as well as their project, within 10 weeks of time. That's a crunch time that every Capstone students are facing, because those are the pressure that we are looking into final year, which is working with industry and their work. And this is the 10-week project that you are looking at. We're not looking at 1 year, but we're looking at 10 weeks in terms of producing the project itself. We're going to move on to the next project, which is called Diary Secret. Okay, now Team Quartet Space, represented by Cassandra. Corbin, which is here. My mistake. And Corbin is here, as well as Annabelle. And I'm going to leave it to Corbin to share about their project. To you, Corbin.
All right, thank you, sir. Very good morning to my fellow friends, Mr. John, and our honored attendees to today's event. We are Team Quarterspace. I am Kubin, and here are my teammates. This is Annabelle, Nurul, Jingyi, and Jiawen. Anna, Nurul, and I are visual designers for the game, while Jingyi and Jiawen are programmers. We are excited to introduce to you our final year capstone project, Diary Secret, which is a 3D Android mobile game. It is a narrative storytelling game combined with augmented reality. So the objective of the game is to explore the hidden story within Ying's secret diary and to uncover the truth in a mysterious house. Now I'll show you a teaser for our game.
Yeah? Get up there. Look at this. Heavens.
All right. So the game revolves around the theme of child neglect. It is a form of child mistreatment that can affect a child's physical and mental health in the long term. We decided to base the game on this theme to raise awareness to it. This is our competitors' landscape. As you can see, we try to balance our game between psychological, puzzle, horror, and storytelling interaction games. So how do you actually play the game? This game is played in a first-person perspective view. When you start a new game, this instruction screen will pop up. You use your left thumb to control your movement and the right thumb to control your camera. You also use your right thumb to access the menu, diary, inventory, and the inspect function for the game. Our game features two game spaces. The normal game space represents present time within the game, while the augmented reality space represents the past. Now I will give you a short demo of the game. Let's start that. Okay, so this game starts with a short cutscene. It can be skipped with the use of the skip button at the corner of the screen. See, it's the screen from just now. The controls I mentioned earlier. You use the right thumb to look around and the left thumb to move your character around. If you notice, certain items or objects have a red highlight around them. This indicates that they can be interacted with. There are two kinds of interactive objects. Some can only be inspected, while some others can be actually be collected. The collected items are used in puzzles. Collected objects are also used for other things, such as lighting up candles, as you saw just now. The puzzles reward diary pieces and progress for the game. The progress is usually represented by a key to different rooms in the house. This is another puzzle. Let's put the fishbone in the fish tank and we should get a new diary piece and a key. So you can see there are many examples of environmental detail that gives suggestions to what actually happened in the past. If you really want to know though, you're free to try out the game. So the challenges in this game is the difficulty of finding hidden items and solving the various puzzles. The reward of the game are the diary pieces you collect, as well as the AR scenes. There are 5 AR scenes in total. All the story within the AR scenes are explored more within the diary pieces you collect. The AR scenes are only unlocked after you fully complete the game. So, what is the story about? It is hidden within the collected diary pieces. There are a total of 17 diary pieces to collect. And as mentioned earlier, they also contain the context for the 5 AR scenes late at the end of the game. Gotten quite a few diary pieces. Let's light up this candle. Pick this up. And this should be our last puzzle. So let's just quickly input that code. Take the last few items, as well as the door to the front, the key to the front door. My mistake. All right, let's go outside. Let me just light this up. All right, that's it for normal gameplay. Now I'll show you an example of our AR scene. I'll have to go outside for this, so I'll have to turn off my camera for a moment. Give me a second. All right. So here's the outside of my house. As you can see, you will need a sufficiently bright enough area for this to function properly. You will also need a clear area so you don't accidentally bump into things while you're using this function. Safety first. You can tilt your phone if you prefer to hold it that way. But for the presentation today, I'll just be holding it horizontally. This is one of our AR scenes. It is of Ying celebrating her birthday with her family. And click the next button to move on to the next scene. All right, this is another AR scene. Ying's parents are having a fight. There are pictures thrown around. You can move around the scene to have a closer look at the characters and objects placed within the AR scene. That is Ying's brother, Jun, crying in the corner. You can have a really close look at him if you really want to. So for the pictures are being thrown around. You can, as mentioned earlier, get closer to them, have a look, see what they're fighting about. And let me just go back to my chair. All right. Unfortunately, that is all I can show for today. If you're interested, you feel free to scan the QR code. That is all from our team. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, thank you. It's a different perception on storytelling, isn't it? I think that will be quite exciting for all of you to try it out. Go and scan the QR code. It's about a secret diary, and actually check out their website. You can download their APK to actually install on your Android and check out the AR mode, right? I'm sure most of you will want to actually test it out yourself. You want to go in to a virtual room in your car park, maybe. Find a big space for you to actually work on it, and hopefully you can actually enjoy that particular session and get the story from it. Thank you very much from Team Quartet Space. And we're going to move on to the next group, and which is group number 5. We call them Team Altitude, and I think they call themselves Team Altitude. And they're going to show you some altitude game called Swipe Out. And Aloysius as well as Joe will be there. I'm going to pass the microphone to Joe. Joe, it's all yours.
Alright guys, what's up? So salam sejahtera dan salam satu Malaysia to all of you. Once again, a very warm greeting to everyone that's present today. So we from Team Altitude will also be showcasing the project that we've been working on for the past few weeks. But before I actually dive into the gameplay, I'm just going to quickly pass the time to my handsome teammate over here, Joe, as he's going to quickly run us through the game's inner working and the concept before we dive any further into the gameplay. So Joe, yeah, on and over to you.
Right, thanks Aloysius. Okay, so I want to introduce you guys to our team before I start. So we are Altitude. The guy that was talking just now, that was Aloysius. He's our leader and our main game programmer. Then you have me. I'm Joe. I'm the 2D artist, and I also do the UI UX design for the game. And third, we have Leslie. She is another 2D artist, and she handles the digital marketing, and she handles all our social media as well. And lastly, we have Teresa, or Tay. She's our 3D artist and our web designer. So I want to give you guys some information about why we decided to pursue this project. So we think that Sarawak is modernizing really quickly, and not much of our culture and tradition is being utilized in mainstream media, compared to, let's say, Japanese culture, for example, where it can be seen almost everywhere. So our solution and motivation pretty much is we wanted to create a single player puzzle platformer game with a mix of a 3D and 2D perspective. And we wanted to create a game that our target audience, which would be Malaysians and tourists who have a love for East Malaysian culture in general, would enjoy. And our game is inspired by the many rich landmarks and heritage of Sarawak. We think that the target audience can resonate very well with this because there's a lot of little references to our culture and iconic places that you can find in East Malaysia. So yeah, so that's cool. I'm going to show you guys a quick teaser for our game. Hope you guys enjoy. So was that fun, guys? Anyways, here's our main character. I'm going to introduce you guys to Swiper. He's a cat because our first location is based on our hometown, Kuching. And pretty much the rest of the cast you see later on in the showcase are based on like native animals and local animals, which may be iconic or represent our different states here in East Malaysia. So see how many of them you guys can recognize. Swiper is from this organization called the SHR, or the Sarawak Heritage Rangers. And this organization is pretty much tasked with preserving culture and heritage, and they will protect tradition. And our main character, Swiper, he's tasked to investigate this particular building in town where a mysterious figure was last seen in. So that's enough from me. I'm going to now pass it to Aloysius for our gameplay showcase.
All right, thank you, Joe. So let me just quickly load up the game over here. As you can see, made with Unity. So this is our main menu, and here basically you can swipe left and right to access the other few panels, from cutscenes to the chapter selection panel. So let's click play now. So you'll first start off with Chapter 0, a very special chapter that we created to get you started and introduce you to the game's mechanics, such as moving and jumping. So it's pretty much just the basics. So let me just quickly cover this level and show you guys what you can learn from this tutorial chapter. Alright, so there's also indicators over here. You just have to go over to this indicator. So you'll also see platforms on the edges of the building, like this one. They are special in a way that they allow you to perform the special swipe mechanics of our game while you're on top of the platform. So let me demonstrate what this swipe is all about. So there's a pop-up tutorial over here. Alright, so that's the swipe. So it basically allows you to transition from one face of the building to the other face to explore more of the hidden faces before this. So I'm just going to quickly clear this level now so we can move on to the new real chapter. Alright, moving on. Great, so that's the tutorial chapter. So let's see what reward do we get from completing this tutorial chapter. Alright, so the game just gave us this tutorial, the chapter 1 after completing the tutorial chapter. So this is our game's prologue cutscene, made very similar to a comics. So so the main objective over here would be to reach the top, and by utilizing the swipe mechanics that you've learned just now, like what you're seeing now, it basically allows you to explore and find your way up from the 4 different faces of the building. So over here we have the challenge, the puzzle element over here will be to find the correct faces with the correct platforms to climb up. And if you happen to reach a dead end, then you might have to, go down and start all over again. So I'm gonna try to minimize my hiccups and see if I can smoothly navigate around the level and reach the top. So let me try the right side. So you can swipe right and left. It's not only swiping left. So let's move on. Seems like we reach a dead end, so I might have to start all the way down again. All right, so that was bad. Let's quickly move on now. So the visuals that you see here, the graphics on the buildings are also inspired by some of the famous shops that you can find in Carpenter Street, like this one, Aladdin Chicken Rice. So there's also random dialogues like this that will pop up, sometimes revealing clues on what to do next, like this one. So the old cat just said the bar on level 3. So let's try to find the bar on level 3 now. Let's try to swipe and see which face of the building is this bar on. Alright, so this seems like a bar. Tap to enter. So let me tap to enter. So we also have some interior levels within the building. So it's like a level within a level. And there's also some storytelling element present in the game, like this one, where dialogues like this will slowly reveal the game's story along the way. So it's like a puzzle platformer that's also driven by story and narratives. So let me just quickly power through the dialogue for now. See what clues can we get. Alright, great. It says temple at level 5. Not bad, not bad. Great advice from Mr. Swiper. Never drink and drive, and if anyone here is under 18, say no to alcohol. So we just got a clue, it says the temple on level 5. So let me just find this temple on level 5. So for those of you who don't know, there's also a very famous temple in Carpenter Street. So if anytime you pay a visit to Kuching, please just feel free to drop by this very, very iconic place. So what's this? Oops. Seems like we just entered some random meow's house. So that's one of the filler elements that we also have in the game. So let's move on and find the temple on level 5. Let's see. Let me see. Right, swipe left. Seems like the wrong way. Alright, so yeah, this seems like the temple. So let's go in. Great, so let's see what other clues can we get from this interior temple level. Oh, a mini game. So let's play this mini game and see what clues can we get after this. Oh, that was easy. Oh no, it seems like we got scammed, guys. There's no rewards. Sad, but the ancient Buddha just blessed us with this beautiful animation after proving ourselves worthy from the minigame. So not too bad, I would say. Not too bad. So since there's no clues, then I guess all we have to do now is just to investigate the bell. So let's see how we can investigate the bell on top for the shady cat. So it says tap to inspect, so yeah. Another reward that you'll get from completing each chapter along the way is that you'll be rewarded with more comic cutscenes like this one that will reveal the story even more. Oh, who is this mysterious one? Great, guys, so that's the quick gameplay for the 2 chapters. So you'll also unlock each item naturally as you complete each chapter. And last but not least, thank you all for listening. It's been a great pleasure for us to showcase our work to all of you. And if you wish to game for yourself, don't forget to download the game. So that is all from us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe and Aloysius. Great visual, don't you think so? There's a lot of meowing around. So if you want to meow around and download the APK file, go and scan the QR code. And I'm sure you guys will be enjoying the visual itself. And there's so much to actually look into because it's very cultural. And if you have never been to Kuching before, this is where it is. All the cultural stuff that's happening in Kuching, you can find in that particular level, all right? So hopefully you can actually scan the QR code, get some meowing across the game. We're gonna move on now to the next team, which is team number 6. It's Team Quartet Companion. And we have the presenter, Aaron, as well as Wenceslas and Michael to be with us. I'm going to pass the session to Aaron to start this fantastic.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. We are Team Quartet Companion, and welcome to our final year capstone project, Fundamental. And before we get into it, let us introduce our team member. Michael work as programmer and animator, Wenceslas as the concept designer and sound design, and also scriptwriter, and me work as 3D designer and animator, and last is Kelly, work as our visual designer and also UI UX design. For this project, our group is collaborating with Tri4S, a company that specializes in extended reality that including mixed reality, augmented reality, and visual reality. Our group is approached by Tri4S to work on an extended reality STEM education project, and the things that we came up is Fundamental. So what is Fundamental? Fundamental is an AR STEM education app. Do you guys know what is STEM education? That is an education based on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, all the 4 aforementioned subjects in tandem and parallel approach. I'm not sure everyone know how important of education is, right? This is even more so for STEM. Interest in STEM among students need serious attention. There is a need to increase STEM literacy and raise the interest of STEM to the kids and younger generation to ensure a better future. For the idea and design of the concept, we split the education part into 3 with isometric style environment in AR, and those 3 are sky, land, and sea. And each session will teach people different kind of interesting things. We will show a demo to you guys in later. On the feedback, based on our research of competitors, our app will be around the upper right on this map. The app is designed with the idea of an education app with the GAN technique and AR function. And our target audience will be kids under 12. On the feedback we got, 100% of users feel it easy to navigate through the app. 73.3% of users feel UI is clear and easy to understand. 85.7% of users will understand the things be taught, and 86.7% of users will recommend the game to their friend. 100% of users enjoy this game. And users love the visual because that some of the feedback we got, including visual-wise, the 2D art is well made, content-wise, overall it is great and easy to understand. And yeah, let us watch our group trailer.
Hello there, pal. Welcome to the Sky section. I'm your guide and helper, Fundamental. To get things started, let's learn how the hot air balloon works.
Yeah, that's all my part, and thanks for you guys listening. And now I will pass my time to my teammate, Wins and Michael.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. Ready, Michael?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start. Hello, everyone. so now it's our turn to take you through the demo of our game. So I'm Wenceslas, and that is Michael. So first, let's find a flat area to place our game. There we go. So in the beginning, you will see there's a closed box. When you tap on it, the box will open, revealing the 3 sections of the game. We have Sky, Land, and Sea section. Our game utilizes AR technology. What this means for you is we can now move around and look at the environment as if it's actually there right in front of you. So as you can see, the Sky section is highlighted. Michael, can you try tap on it and see what happens? Okay. Cool. Now we're going to the Sky section. Let's see what the Sky section has to offer. Throughout the game, there will be various compartments to interact with. As you can see, the Sky section has 4 compartments, but we will be focusing on the burner and vent lever compartments today, which allows you to control the balloon. We can use buttons on the bottom right of the screen to rotate the environment as well. The green button rotates at a 45-degree angle, while the yellow button rotates at a 90-degree angle. So right now we are being presented a situation. There's a flock of birds coming towards the balloon. Here, we need to avoid the birds. Before reaching this part though, we would have learned why interacting with the burner and the vent is essential in controlling the balloon. Michael is smart though, so he knows what to do. Show them how it's done. Very good. So in this part, we need to apply what was learned previously in the game. The first step is guided, but you have to figure out which levers to tap next to make it go up and down to avoid the birds. Don't worry if you tap the wrong lever, because the game will indicate the correct one for you. Making a mistake is the first step to learning after all. We're only scratching the surface at the moment, so let's go down to land to see more of our game. So in land section, we have a train. Looks cute, right? Can we make a move? Michael, can you do us a favor and release the brakes so our train can move?
All right.
Thank you. So looks pretty cool. Don't you think? Okay, so now there's a horse coming to the scene. It's racing with a train. Here we can see that the speed of the horse as compared to a train. A horse may be fast, but trains are even faster, right? What better way to teach this than to just show people how it looks like, right? In visual. So up next, there will be a video coming in. There we go. So this is how you will learn what is being taught. There will be videos and animations throughout the game to help you visualize and understand better. Here, for example, we are learning about the term horsepower. Different videos will explain different scientific facts relating to the topic. Here on land, you will learn about different materials and about bridges as well. So yeah, all right, that's the highlight of the land section. Now let's go to the sea section. Okay, so in sea section, there will be a submarine. We will be swimming with the fishes while learning how submarine works. There will be a periscope, ballast tank, and sonar to learn about. But for now, let's peek into the periscope part of the game. Some people have really sharp eyes, so some of you might have noticed that the mirrors are not in the correct position. Michael, I know I've asked you to do a lot of things today, but can you help us fix the mirrors for the periscope so that it faces each other?
All right.
Okay. Thanks, Michael. Okay, it's fixed now, so we should be able to use the periscope properly. Let's give that a test. Okay, so the screen appears different now. This is because we are looking through the periscope. Using the periscope, let's take a look around and see what we can find. Aha, looks like someone needs rescuing. Surely Michael is kind enough to rescue him, right? Michael?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Please? Okay. Okay, that's one. Is there another one who needs rescuing? Yeah, there's another one right there. Tap on it. Okay. Thanks, Michael. You're the best. And that's it for the highlight for the C section. There's more cool stuff to explore and learn in each section that we couldn't show you now, but feel free to do that on your own time when the app is out and available to download. One last thing we want to show you is how the environment will look like when you finish the game. When you finish the game, the environment becomes complete and the vehicle that you had previously learned will appear in the box menu. Just now there was the hot air balloon, and here the train is puffing out smoke, and here the submarine is swimming in the sea. Cool stuff. So with that being said, that wraps up our demo as well as the presentation for our team Quartet Companions. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for your time and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Aaron, Wenceslas, and Michael. Such an amazing app. And do go and scan their QR code because you're going to go to their landing page and check out all the details about this particular app called Fundamental. So D is not for distraction. Yeah, D is dynamic, maybe. So thank you very, very much, Group 6. And I hope all of you actually enjoy this particular group as well as the rest of the group who actually share their moments and share their ideas to you. 6 groups presenting 6 amazing projects. And we have such a short time and we really, really wanted to give you more of this and if we could, but please go and actually scan their QR code. I will give you the final page, all 6 QR code in a minute. But before that, please scan the feedback form and you can rate them. If you feel like Group 1 is doing a great job, Group 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are doing a great job, scan this QR code and help rate them and tell them that what do you think about their project? Is it a great project? Is it something that's wonderful that you have seen? You can comment on their work. You can actually give feedback. Or improvement that you think might work. And if you're interested to contact them as well, you can leave your email as well as your contact number with them through their Facebook page. Please scan this feedback form. We're going to gather all the team leaders in a minute for a Q&A session. We're going to read some questions maybe from the audience on the Facebook itself. And you might want to actually prepare for your questions and you can type it in and we will go to that section in a minute. So please scan this feedback form and start typing in and your comments. And I'm going to show you now all the 6 teams QR code. You can snapshot or screen capture this particular feedback form and you can do it later on and you can rewatch the video from our Swinburne Facebook website again. Here are the teams QR code. All 6 of the teams are here. Team Seed, Forest, Team Codecracker, Team Quartet Space, Team Altitude, Team Quartet Companion. All of them are there. You can screen capture or you can actually snapshot this and you can scan and view them later, right? So we are hoping you can actually look at this in a moment. And we're gonna look into the Q&A session in a minute, okay? So hopefully you have already snapshot this. All right, so all the team leaders are back in. I assume they are all in right now. And it is time for us to actually, if you have some comments that you would love to share or some questions that you might want to share, you can actually put into our comments in our Facebook and maybe you can actually look into that. We have a lot of comments that I can see, a lot of great positive comments. Actually, they love almost everyone's project and they are very, very interested in the project. They're looking forward for the great presentation and so on. And I think and cool ideas. Everybody was looking at cool ideas and so on, and proud of everybody. Okay, thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. I think they are all wonderful. I was enjoying reading the comments as well. Thank you for being with us. especially those of you who actually have to work and then you actually took your time and actually come and look at our students' work. We hope that you can actually contact them again if you feel that you're interested in their work, give them some feedback. And I think this is all the feedback. I think the teams are all here. Everybody is great, and people are actually excited and say lots of love as well as like and so on. So please go back and scan this, give us our feedback. And our session, I think we are actually on time. And without further ado, I think that's it for our today's session. And we would like to thank you, thank the industry, those who came and visit and actually watch our session. We hope you enjoy this session. We want to give you a little bit more, maybe in the coming session, end of the year, something that is great for you to inspire everyone, and something that we maybe can collaborate with all the industries together to come up with something that is great. If you are interested to work with us as well as our students in the next coming semester or even the current semester, then please contact us. You can contact me as well from our websites as well as my Facebook group and also all the social media in LinkedIn. Okay, so with that said, again, it's a wonderful day. It's a great day to showcase our students' work, and we hope to see you again. From me, John, here representing Swinburne Design and Swinburne Multimedia Design, as well as Management and Digital Media Design, we really thank you, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Say bye-bye, team.